This is week.
How often do you guys test the cheeses and sample them?
Every Tuesday we taste through inventory, and that's like in the vaults with the trier, tasting Bailey, Landaff, and Cheddar. We kind of alternate those. So we taste Cheddars every other week, basically, which is a good amount of time to like notice flavor difference. And then cheesemakers like Patty Skolton and the Von Trapps come every week, and we pull their cheese out and taste it in the office. So we taste cheese every day.
Nice.
But we do the walkthroughs like this, which is really important to go and like have everyone from sales and allocations and affinage like in the vaults looking at the cheeses and like touching them and tasting them and talking about like, wow, look at how much cheese is in here. What's our plan? And then,
oh yeah.
Or this batch looks funny. What do we think? Is it saleable or?
You guys can kind of have meetings that way.
I think it's the most productive kind of meeting to have.
Yeah.
It was right in there.
This is the profile that at least to me seems to sell the best. Like when you put it out for customers to taste and try.
How long would you say that would last though? Because I think that's like.
It's about right.
That's like you wouldn't keep that for a long time. Because it's not got loads of acidity. It's not like.
It's almost 10 months, and that's when we would start selling it. So I would say this would be an ideal 11 month cheese. I don't know that we'll get to it because we got this wall sitting in front of it, but
how fast
we need to sell some.
How fast do you turn over this? Like,
I mean, these are all theoretically a month's worth of production. I'm not selling this much in a month at this point, so.
There's a slight surplus.
Yeah, and it takes a year to like shift inventory.
Of course it does. Yeah, it's like turning on an oil tanker.
Yeah, but
you have to make it, and then yeah.
How many batches are made? This is probably 5 batches along this wall. So it's 500 wheels a month. I'm probably selling 3 or 4.
How are these tasting?
Good. We'll try them. Yeah, this is I think a good candidate for you guys for sooner.
It's got the right balance of sweetness.
Yeah, I like that. There's a Moorishness about it. I think Moorishness is always a good character.
Okay, so let's try something, jump ahead a couple weeks.
See on the top? See the dust? That's the bites. Okay. This is what they're trying to keep back.
Yeah,
cheese bites. See them coming off there.
Yeah, because they had that pile of stuff on the table.
But if you lard them, they don't like, they feed on mould.
Yeah.
So if you lard them, there's nothing for them to feed on.
Yeah, it's because it's wet.
Yeah. But in terms of starters, is it always the same starter?
Yep, it's a pretty consistent recipe. It's just, I think, variation in the milk from day to day.
Yeah.
They have one thing Cabot does well is consistency. We're on a tight ship over there.
It's kind of lactic and creamy almost.
Is Cabot more mechanized?
It's a much bigger plant. I wish we would have had time to go up there and do like a tourist tour. It's like a really pretty
Did
building,
they do that?
painted bright. Oh yeah, kind of go through and you see the big vats and you can taste like 15 different flavors of cheddar. You know, like caramelized onion and chives.
Yeah, like a Walter Flume to take your pictures.
That would be some time.
Anything good back here?
Yeah, that last batch we just tasted was
really good.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little that's a little flabby too. 826. So we're looking at 11 months. Ideal age profile. Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I know. Sorry.
Everyone has that.
I don't like doing that.
Yeah.
Because I never do that with Egypt. So I just want to eat how it like I eat. I don't know.
this cheese?
Well, it's a fat to protein ratio problem with Jersey milk. The ratio between fat and protein is significantly greater than Holstein milk or Ayrshire milk. Ayrshire milk has a really good balance between fat and protein. But if you've got too much fat and not enough protein, you can definitely have issues with fat. Either you lose it in the vat, or it gets trapped in the cheese and you get oxidized, like fat flavors, a lot of pukey, kind of sulfur flavors that
Wild
don't,
flavors.
Yeah, that don't age gracefully in a cheese like this.
Those descriptors are kind of hard for customers too. Whenever I have to say, "Oh, this is kind of pukey,"
This cheese is great. It's like that Sunday morning when you wake up in the morning and you throw up just a little bit in the back of your throat.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Take this home. Experience that all over.
Sometimes when they're in balance, they can be really great. You guys know the Grafton Clothbound? It's a good example. We're from batch to batch. There's a lot of variation, and that's kind of exciting. I know some mongers like to ooh, what's this one? But I feel more comfortable.
That can backfire. I think we had a wheel that tasted dead. It was
easier to sell.
Yeah, it was
Had
an.
one that was like this.
Yeah.
And that one, it was just completely ammonia.
Yeah.
And that's all raw Jersey milk, which is tough to get nail every time, I think.
Oh yeah.
That would be.
I really like that last one.
Yeah.
As meat and vegetables, it was like a full dinner rather than just one part. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
Got the meat, the biscuits, the
yeah,
vegetables.
the meat, the vegetables, the gravy,
glass of milk.
Exactly. It was like it's a dinner rather than just just go.
It's funny.